So today we will see some numerical examples on field effect transistors. The problems, they are both on JFET as well as MOSFET. So first example is it is given a particular P channel JFET has a VGS of plus 4 volts. VGS off is positive, so it's P channel JFET. It is plus 4 volts. It is asked what is ID, that is the drain current, when VGS is plus 6 volts. And it is also asked what is the value of VP. VP is the pinch off voltage. So what is given is, it is given that the VGS off, that is it's 4 volts. Okay, then ID is the drain current. You are asked to find ID when VGS is given as 6 volts. What you have to remember is the P channel JFET, it requires a positive gate to source voltage, right? So the more positive the voltage, the less the drain current. That means VGS off is plus 4 volts. That is at 4 volts, the current will become 0, right? At plus 4 volts, the current will become 0. So as you increase the voltage above plus 4 volts, the current will still be 0. It will not have any impact, right? So when VGS is 4 volts, ID will be 0. So when VGS is 6 volts, ID will remain 0. Okay, the ID will remain 0. What about VP? VP is the pinch off voltage. We have said that VP pinch off voltage is equal to VGS off in magnitude, but opposite in direction. So it is minus VGS off, that is equal to minus 4 volts. Since VGS off is plus 4, VP or the pinch off voltage is minus 4 volts. Okay, so this is the way you have to solve this problem. You have to understand that at VGS off, the current becomes 0. So if the current voltage is more than that, the current will still be 0. And VP is pinch off voltage, that is equal to VGS off, but it is negative in nature, in polarity. Okay. Next example we have for a JFET. It is given for a JFET, IDSS is equal to 9 milliamps. For VGS off is equal to minus 8 volts. Okay. So it is given that IDSS is 9 milliamps. For VGS off is equal to minus 8 volts. Determine the drain current for VGS is equal to 0, minus 1 and minus 4. So 3 values of VGS is given. You are asked to find drain current. Drain current is ID, right? You are asked to find the drain current ID. The given things are IDSS is given and VGS off is given. So in JFET, the equation for ID, right? The equation for ID according to the Square's law, right? According to Square's law, it is given as, first we'll write the given things. IDSS is 9 milliamps, VGS off is minus 8, right? First, VGS, if VGS is 0, the transfer characteristics, right? The transfer characteristics will start like this. This will be VGS, and this will be okay. So this will be VGS and this will be ID. So in transfer characteristics, what will you have is, when VGS is 0, the current will start from here, right? The current will come slowly down till here. So this point is VGS off. This is given as minus 8. Okay, so VGS off is minus 8, and this current, it will be at whenever VGS is 0, the current will be equal to IDSS. So this current is IDSS. Okay, IDSS. So that current, it is given as IDSS is given as 9 milliamps, right? IDSS is given as 9 milliamps. So when VGS is 0, ID will be equal to IDSS, that is equal to 9 milliamps. What next? What if there are 2 more things given? What if the voltage is minus 1? So for that you need to use the Square law. When VGS is minus 1, ID is equal to IDSS multiplied by 1 minus VGS by VGS of the whole square. This is the expression of Square law, right? So in this we have all the things given. IDSS is given as 9 milliamps, VGS is given as minus 1, VGS off is minus 8. Just substitute them. 9 milliamps, 1 minus 1 by minus 8, the whole square. If you calculate this, you should get 6.89 milliamps. Okay, that means this is the drain current when VGS is minus 1. Okay. The next thing given is if VGS is -4. If VGS is -4, the current should be more or less than this. Obviously, the current will be less because as VGS, it increases negatively, the current will decrease. So if you calculate that, if VGS is -4, the same equation, if you substitute in place of VGS -4, if you calculate, you'll get ID is equal to 2.25 milliamps. It should be lesser than this value, obviously, right? So what you observe is when VGS is 0, it is the maximum current, that is 9 milliamps. When VGS is -1, the current will be 6.89. When VGS is -4, the current will still reduce, it will become 2.25 milliamps. Okay, you have to calculate and try this, you will get this answer. Next question is again on a JFET. It is given for an N-channel JFET. It is given that IDSS is 8 milliamps, VP is -4 volts. Okay, you are asked to find ID at VGS is equal to -3. Okay, at VGS is equal to -3 and VGS at ID is equal to 3 milliamps. So how to find this? So you are given with the IDSS and VP. VP is nothing but the VGS off. Okay, first we'll write the given things. IDSS is 8 milliamps. Then VP is equal to VGS off. That's the same. That is equal to -5 volts. Okay, you are asked to find the value of ID at a certain VGS. So to do this, you can use the square law expression. ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS by VGS of the whole square. Very simple, right? This formula, in this formula, you substitute all these values. IDSS is 8 milliamps. Then 1 minus VGS is -3 in this case. VGS off is -5. VP is nothing but VGS off. Just substitute it, calculate it. You'll get ID is equal to 1.28 milliamps. Okay, this is the value of ID at VGS is equal to -3. Next, you have another question here. You are asked to find VGS when ID is equal to 3 milliamps. Okay, you are asked to find VGS when ID is equal to 3 milliamps. So when ID is equal to 3 milliamps, okay, so that means you need to get an expression from this expression. You need to get the value of VGS. So you have to perform, rearrange the equation. Okay, so we know that ID is equal to IDSS into this thing, 1 minus VGS by VGS of the whole square. If I take IDSS to the LHS, it will become ID divided by IDSS. So ID divided by IDSS will be equal to this term, 1 minus VGS by VGS of the whole square. Okay, so if I take square root on both the sides, the square root of this, since there is square, if I take square root, you'll get 1 minus VGS by VGS of, that is equal to, the square root of this is plus or minus square root of ID divided by IDSS, right? Now, if I take this to the other side, this plus or minus will become minus or plus, isn't it? So if I rearrange this, if I take this minus term to the right side, it will become plus. If I take plus or minus to the left, it will become minus or plus. So VGS by VGS of is equal to 1 minus or plus square root of ID divided by IDSS. Next, what I'm going to do is I'll take VGS off to the RHS. So VGS will be equal to VGS off multiplied by 1 minus or plus square root of IDSS. Okay, so 1 minus or plus square root of IDSS. So then what you can do is, just substitute, what are the things given? ID is equal to 3. We have to find VGS when ID is equal to 3. Okay, so just substitute it. VGS is equal to VGS off is -5 volts, isn't it? So into 1 minus or plus square root of ID is 3, IDSS is 8. If you substitute it and calculate it, you will get the value. Okay, you will get the value, two values, because there is plus or minus or plus, right? So when you substitute minus, you will get this value. When you substitute plus, you'll get this value. But you should be very careful while choosing the value, because VP is -5 volts. VP is -5 means at -5 volts, the current will become 0. Now the current is 3 milliamps, right? The current is not 0. For the current to flow as 3 milliamps, the current should be lesser than this VP. Okay, so it cannot be -8.06. So it cannot be this value. That's why we consider this value. We have to choose the value of VGS, which is lesser than -5. That is -1.94. Okay, VGS cannot be -8.06 given ID is equal to 3, because ID is not 0, right? If VGS is greater than Vp minus 5, ID would be 0. Okay, so since ID is not 0, VGS should be lesser than minus 5. So we take this value as minus 1.9. Okay, so that is how you can find the value of VGS when ID is given. You have to rearrange this equation and get this particular equation. In this equation, you substitute and get the answers. You'll get two answers because there is a square root, so plus or minus thing will be there. You choose the value which is lesser than VP. Okay, only then the current will be flowing. There is a similar problem, another problem with different values. So all these questions, they are from old question papers. Here, they have given IDSS is 9 milliamps, VP is minus 6. Okay, same thing. You are asked to find ID at a certain VGS, and you are asked to find VGS at a certain ID. So first thing, we have to write the given things. IDSS is 9, VGS of is nothing but VP, that is equal to minus 6. So to find ID when VGS is given, you can directly use the square law expression. It is ID is IDSS into 1 minus VGS by VGS of the whole square. Substitute the things. VGS is given as minus 4. Okay, VGS is given as minus 4. There is a mistake here. I have to take it as minus 4, right? So 1 minus 4 by 6, the whole square. So what it will come to, can anybody calculate and tell me? What is 4 by 6? 4 by 6 is 0.666. So 1 minus 4 by 6 square will be 0.111 multiplied by 9. Right? So it will be 1 by 3. 1 by 1 minus, so 1 by 3 whole square is 1 by 9. 9 by 9 is 1. So what you get the answer, it should be 1 milliamps. Okay, the answer in this case is 1 milliamps. So I'll correct it here. It is actually 1 milliamps. Okay, because 4 by 6 is 2 by 3. 1 minus 2 by 3 is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 whole square is 1 by 9. 9 and 9 they get cancelled. So 1 milliamps is the answer. Okay, so this is the answer when VGS is minus 3. So ID is 1 milliamps. Then similarly, you are asked to find VGS at a certain ID. Okay, so when ID is 3 milliamps, how to find VGS? Again, you rearrange this. You rearrange this equation to get the value of VGS as VGS of into 1 minus or plus square root of ID divided by IDSS. Here ID is given as 3 milliamps. Okay, IDSS is given as 9 milliamps, right? So substitute them. When you substitute, you get two answers again because there is plus or minus thing. You get minus 4.85 or minus 7.15. Again, it should be lesser than VP. VP is minus 6. So if it is minus 7.15, the current would be 0, but the current is not 0. The current is 3 milliamps. So it has to be lesser than minus 6. You take this value. So you cannot consider minus 7.15. So you consider minus 4.85 as the answer. Okay, that is the way you have to find. Next, there is another question. It is you are asked to find the input resistance. You are given with IGSS of minus 2 nanoamps and VGS of minus 20 volts. Okay, so write the given things. VGS is minus 20, IGSS is minus 2 nanoamps. So minus 2 nanoamps is minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 9. Okay, minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 9 amps. So if you know the equation for input resistance, Rin is given as modulus of VGS divided by IGSS. Right? It is a simple equation. V by I, VGS divided by IGSS. V is minus 20 volts. I is minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 9. If you calculate and take mod, you'll get 10 into 10 raised to 9 ohms. This 10 into 10 raised to 9, you can also write it as 10 giga ohms. Okay, sorry, 10 giga ohms or 10,000 mega ohms. 10 giga ohms or 10,000 mega ohms. You can also write it as 10 giga ohms or 10,000 mega ohms. Next question, we will move on to MOSFET. It is given that in an E MOSFET, ID on is equal to 500 milliamps. Okay, ID on is given as 500 milliamps. That is the minimum value of drain current. Okay, that is ID on, that is 500 milliamps at VGS is equal to 10. And it is also given the threshold voltage, VGS threshold is 1 volts. You are asked to determine the drain current for VGS is equal to 5 volts. Okay, so ID on is given, VGS is given for that particular ID on. That means it is VGS on you can take, and VGS threshold is given. So if VGS is 5, what is the value of drain current? Drain current is ID. So you know in an E MOSFET the equation is different. Okay, so these are the given things. ID on is given, VGS is given, VGS threshold is given. The equation is this. In an E MOSFET, the equation is ID is equal to K times of VGS minus VGS threshold, the whole square. So if you first you have to get the value of K. I had told you, right, while solving numericals you will understand how to get the value of K. So just rearrange this to get the value of K is equal to this will come to the denominator, ID divided by VGS minus VGS threshold, the whole square. Okay, so if you substitute the on conditions here, if I have ID on value, right? If I substitute that ID on and this VGS as VGS here minus VGS threshold, the whole square. I have these values. ID on is 500 into 10 raised to minus 3 amps. VGS minus VGS threshold. VGS is 10. VGS threshold is 9. So 1. 10 minus 1 is 9 volts whole square. So what will be the answer is 6.17. The unit will be 10 raised to minus 3 amps. So it is milliamps per, in the denominator it is volt square, right? Milliamps per volt square. So you can just take the magnitude here. In the exam, you know, there is no need to write the units for K. You can take the magnitude, that is 6.17. So this 6.17 is the value of K. You have got this for the on conditions. Now you have to find ID. You have to use this equation again. Okay, use the value of K, and for VGS is 5 volts. Substitute VGS is 5 volts. VGS threshold is 1 volts. Okay, get the value of ID. So if VGS is 5 volts, if you use this equation, you have K is 6.17 milliamps per volt square multiplied by VGS minus VGS threshold. VGS is 5, VGS threshold is 1. 5 minus 1 is 4 volts square. What happens is there is milliamps by volt square and there is volt square. The volt square gets cancelled. So the units that is remaining is milliamps. That's correct, right? Because we want the unit for current, right? So current is milliamps. So if you multiply and get the answer, you will be getting 98.7 milliamps. Okay, ID will be 98.7 milliamps. So what you have done here is you have first found the value of K using ID on condition. Then that K you have substituted in this for the given value of VGS, and you have got the value of ID. A similar problem is asked in the exam for E MOSFET. Determine the value of ID. If ID on is equal to 4 milliamps, VGS on is equal to 6 volts, VT is 4 and VGS is 8. So ID on is similar to that. VGS on is the ID value of VGS when ID is ID on. VT is nothing but VGS threshold. It is the threshold voltage. Similarly, you are asked to find ID, then VGS is 8 volts. So first write the given things. These are the given things. In place of VT, you know, it is the same as VGS threshold. Sometimes I have told you they will be giving it as VT. It is nothing but VGS threshold. So use the same equation for E MOSFET. ID is equal to K into VGS minus VGS threshold, the whole square. Rearrange this and get the value of K. K will be 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. The unit will be milliamps per volt square, but you know it's not necessary to write the units, but you should know how to get it, because ID will be in milliamps. Below there is voltage square, right? Milliamps per volt square. 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 is the magnitude. So this value of K and VGS is 8. You substitute in this equation again. If you substitute VGS is 8, VGS threshold is 4, K is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3, you will get the value of ID as 16 milliamps. Okay, so I want you to watch this video again and calculate by yourself and validate the answers. Okay. Then there is another question. It's on D MOSFET. So there are 2 more questions on D MOSFET. So it is given for a certain D MOSFET, IDSS is equal to 10 milliamps and VGS off is 8 volts. The question is this an N channel or a P channel device? You are asked whether this is an N channel or P channel device. Then you are given with the value of VGS as -3 and +3, and each of the cases you are asked to find the value of drain current ID. Okay, so come to the first question, whether it is an N channel or P channel device. So you can find easily whether it is an N channel or a P channel device. So whenever VGS off is negative, that means that it is an N channel device. Okay, so when VGS off is negative, it is an N channel device. So easily you can write the VGS off given is negative, therefore this is an N channel device or N channel DMOSFET. Okay, based on the polarity of VGS off, you can decide whether it is N channel or P channel. If it was positive, it would be P channel DMOSFET. Okay, so now we are asked to find the value of ID at VGS is equal to -3. For a DMOSFET, again the equation is the same as the square law, right? The square law expression, that is ID is equal to IDSS multiplied by 1 minus VGS divided by VGS of the whole square, right? So if VGS is in the first case, that is in B, VGS is -3, right? If VGS is -3, substitute it here. IDSS is 10 milliamps. So VGS is -3 divided by VGS off is -8. If you calculate it, you should get the value of ID as 3.91 milliamps. Okay, this is when the VGS is equal to -3. Whenever VGS is negative, in case of an N channel, it will be in depletion mode, right? The DMOSFET is in depletion mode. In the sector, in the C part, it is given VGS is +3 volts. When VGS is positive, you should remember it is in enhancement mode. In enhancement mode, the current will increase. Is it right? The current will increase. So you should get something more than what you have got already. Then only the answer is correct. Okay. So use the same equation, right? So here substitute VGS is +3. If you get VGS +3 and you substitute and get the answer, you will get it as 18.9 milliamps. It is something more than what you had for -3, right? So whenever VGS is positive in DMOSFET, in an N channel DMOSFET, the answer will be more. I mean, the drain current will be higher because it is in enhancement. Okay, so this is the way. Use the same equation, just substitute and get the answers. There you should remember it is 1 minus -3 by -8. So the signs get cancelled. Okay, so you mean it is just 3 by 8. Here it is 1 minus 3 by -8. So minus into minus will be plus. So you are actually adding 1 plus 3 by 8 here. Here it is 1 minus 3 by 8. So that's why here it will be less, but here it will be more. Okay. There is a similar question. The values are different here, but very similar question. For a certain DMOSFET, is given that IDSS is 18 milliamps and VGS off is 10 volts, plus 10 volts. It is asked the same thing. Is this an N channel or a P channel device? Then it is also asked to calculate ID for two different values of VGS. First, VGS is given as +4, then VGS is given as -4. Now tell me what is this, whether it is an N channel or P channel device. Since VGS off is positive in this case, it should be a P channel device, right? In the previous case, we said it was negative, so it is N channel device. Here VGS off is positive, so it is a P channel device. Okay, it's a P channel device. So what happens when VGS is positive? In case of P channel device, when VGS is positive, it is in depletion mode. When VGS is negative, it will be in enhancement mode. So in depletion mode, the current will be lesser than that we get in enhancement mode. So when you take the same equation, VGS, I mean ID is equal to IDSS multiplied by 1 minus VGS by VGS of the whole square. This is a very, very important equation in this chapter. Okay, most of the problems are based on this, that is in JFET or DMOSFET. Whereas in EMOSFET, that is a different equation where you get that K thing. Okay, so if you substitute here VGS as +4, you get this answer, 6.48 milliamps. So now if you take VGS as -4, it will be in enhancement mode. Okay, so it should be something more than this. Okay, so you know, if you substitute and simplify and calculate and get the answer, it will be 35.28 milliamps. So you know, you can validate it by calculating again. I want all of you to watch this and do the calculations by yourself and validate the answers. Okay, so here what we observe is in enhancement mode, the current is higher than what we get in the depletion, right? So this way, you know, different problems can be asked on JFETs and MOSFETs. With this, we have completed this chapter of field effect transistors. So I need one more class to complete the silicon controlled rectifiers. So probably tomorrow I will complete that.